Do you believe in knowing your future from before?
I think it's an interesting concept, but I'm not sure I would want to know everything about my future. It might take away the excitement and unpredictability of life. How do you feel about it?
What are the advantages and disadvantages of that?
Knowing your future could have some advantages. It might help you make better decisions, avoid pitfalls, and prepare for challenges. It could also reduce anxiety about the unknown, giving you a sense of control over your life. On the flip side, there are some disadvantages. It might cause stress or worry if the future looks bleak. You could become overly focused on what's coming, missing out on living in the present. It could also diminish the thrill and spontaneity of life, making things feel predetermined and less adventurous. What do you think? Does the idea of knowing your future appeal to you?
Do you think we can really change the future?
I believe we can influence our future through our choices and actions. While we can't control everything, our decisions play a significant role in shaping what happens next. What are your thoughts on this?
Do you know anyone who blindly follows fortune tellers?
I don't personally know anyone who does, but I know that some people do place a lot of trust in fortune tellers. It can be a way for them to seek guidance or comfort. Do you know anyone like that?
Have you ever gone to a fortune teller and did remedies?
I haven't personally gone to a fortune teller or done any remedies they suggest. Have you ever had an experience with a fortune teller?
No, I don't have any this kind of experience. Do you believe in knowing your future from before?
I think it's an interesting concept, but I'm not sure I'd want to know everything about my future. It might take away some of the excitement and surprise of life. How do you feel about the idea of knowing your future?
What are the advantages of that?
Knowing your future could help you make better decisions, avoid mistakes, and prepare for challenges ahead. It might also reduce anxiety about the unknown, providing a sense of control and direction in your life. What do you think would be the biggest advantage for you?
Okay, do you believe in knowing your future from before? Use some idioms to answer it.
I think it's a double edged sword. On one hand, it might seem like having a crystal ball could help you avoid pitfalls. On the other hand, knowing too much might take the wind out of your sails. Life's twists and turns make the journey interesting. How about you? Do you think foreknowledge would be a blessing or a curse?
Reply again.
Sure, I think knowing your future can be a double edged sword. Having a crystal ball might help you avoid pitfalls, but it could also take the wind out of your sails. The twists and turns of life make the journey interesting. What about you? Do you think foreknowledge would be a blessing or a curse?
Please repeat again.
Knowing your future is a double edged sword. On one hand, having a crystal ball could help you avoid pitfalls. On the other hand, it might take the wind out of your sails. Life's twists and turns make the journey interesting. Do you think foreknowledge would be a blessing or a curse?
Explain all the idioms you used in answer.
Sure. Here are the idioms I used. Double edged sword means something that has both positive and negative consequences. Having a crystal ball refers to having the ability to see the future. Take the wind out of your sails means to lessen your enthusiasm or excitement. Life's twists and turns refers to the unexpected changes and events that happen in life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Please repeat again.
Knowing your future is a double edged sword. On one hand, having a crystal ball could help you avoid pitfalls. On the other hand, It might take the wind out of your sails. Life's twists and turns make the journey interesting. Do you think foreknowledge would be a blessing or a curse?
You use the word here pitfall. What it mean?
A pitfall is a hidden or unexpected difficulty or danger. It's something that can cause problems or challenges if you're not aware of it.
Okay, so what are the advantages and disadvantages of knowing future? Use some idioms in answer.
Knowing the future can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it could help you avoid pitfalls and steer clear of trouble, making it easier to navigate life's journey. It might feel like you have a crystal ball, giving you a leg up on planning and preparation. On the flip side, it could take the wind out of your sails, robbing you of the excitement and spontaneity that make life interesting. You might feel like you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop, leading to unnecessary stress. Life's twists and turns are part of what make it an adventure.
Okay, explain the idioms you used here.
Sure, here are the idioms I used and their meanings. Double-edged sword means something that has both positive and negative consequences. Pitfalls are hidden or unexpected difficulties or dangers. Steer clear of trouble means to avoid problems or difficulties. Crystal ball refers to having the ability to see the future. A leg up means having an advantage or a better position. Take the wind out of your sails means to lessen your enthusiasm or excitement. Waiting for the other shoe to drop means anticipating an inevitable negative event. Life's twists and turns refers to the unexpected changes and events that happen in life. Do these explanations help?
Do you think we can really change the future? Kindly use idioms to answer this and answer it in 200 words.
I believe we can influence our future to a significant extent. While we can't control everything, our actions today lay the groundwork for tomorrow. It's like planting seeds. With the right care and effort, they can grow into something wonderful. However, we must also remember that not everything is set in stone. Life can throw us curveballs, and we need to be ready to roll with the punches. On the flip side, if we spend too much time waiting for our ship to come in, we might miss the boat. Taking proactive steps, like learning new skills or making wise decisions, can help us shape a brighter future. But it's essential to keep our feet on the ground and be prepared for life's twists and turns. In essence, we can certainly steer our ship, but we can't control the weather. Embracing both our power to change and the inevitability of the unexpected helps us navigate life's journey more effectively. So, while we may not have a crystal ball to see every detail, our actions can still chart a course toward the future we desire. Do you agree with this perspective?
Explain the idioms you used here and give some example of that idiom too.
Sure. Here are the idioms I used along with their meanings and examples. Planting seeds means taking initial steps that will lead to future growth or success. Example, by saving money regularly, you're planting seeds for a secure financial future. Set in stone means something that is fixed and unchangeable. Example, the date for the event isn't set in stone yet, so we can still make changes. Throw us curveballs means to surprise us with unexpected challenges or difficulties. Example, life can throw us curveballs, like sudden health issues or job losses that we need to handle. Roll with the punches means to adapt to difficult situations and continue moving forward. Example, despite the project's setbacks, the team learned to roll with the punches and completed it successfully. Waiting for our ship to come in means hoping for a big opportunity or success to arrive. Example, instead of waiting for her ship to come in, she decided to start her own business. Miss the boat means to miss an opportunity. Example, if you don't apply now, you might miss the boat on this great job opening. Keep our feet on the ground means to remain practical and realistic. Example, while it's good to have ambitious goals, it's important to keep your feet on the ground and plan accordingly. Life's twists and turns refers to the unexpected changes and events that happen in life. Example, despite life's twists and turns, she remained optimistic and adaptable. Steer our ship means to take control of our life direction and decisions. Example, he decided to steer his ship towards a career in teaching, a field he was passionate about. Can't control the weather means accepting that some factors are beyond our control. Example, in business, you can make great plans, but you can't control the weather of market changes. Crystal ball refers to having the ability to see the future. Example, without a crystal ball, we can't predict exactly how the market will behave next year. Do these explanations and examples make sense?
Do you know anyone who blindly follow fortune tellers? Give some example of it and think like a man is answering it. Use some idioms and answer it in 100 words.
I don't personally know anyone who blindly follows fortune tellers, but I've heard stories. My friend Jack, for example, puts all his eggs in one basket by following his fortune teller's advice to the letter. He once sold his car because she told him it was unlucky. It seems like he's putting the cart before the horse, trusting her predictions without question. To me, it feels like he's betting the farm on something he can't see. I believe in making my own luck and not leaving my fate to the whims of someone else's crystal ball.
Please repeat this.
I don't personally know anyone who blindly follows fortune tellers, but I've heard stories. My friend Jack, for example, puts all his eggs in one basket by following his fortune teller's advice to the letter. He once sold his car because she told him it was unlucky. It seems like he's putting the cart before the horse, trusting her predictions without question. To me, it feels like he's betting the farm on something he can't see. I believe in making my own luck and not leaving my fate to the whims of someone else's crystal ball.
Great. And my next question is that have you ever gone to a fortune teller and did remedies mentioned by them? Use some idioms to answer it in 200 words, and imagine you are a man and you are answering it.
I've never gone to a fortune teller or done any remedies they mentioned. I prefer to take life as it comes and deal with things head on. To me, putting faith in a fortune teller feels like putting the cart before the horse. I believe in making my own luck and dealing with problems as they arise, rather than crossing bridges before I come to them. I have a friend, though, who swears by fortune tellers. He once told me he spent a small fortune following their advice, like wearing certain colors on specific days or avoiding certain places. It seemed like he was clutching at straws, hoping these actions would magically turn his life around. I think it's better to keep your feet on the ground and take the bull by the horns. Life's full of twists and turns, and while it's tempting to look for easy answers, I believe hard work and perseverance are the real keys to success. So, while some folks might bet the farm on what a fortune teller says, I'd rather roll up my sleeves and get to work. At the end of the day, I think we're the masters of our own destiny.
Give the example of the idioms you used in the answer.
Of course. Here are the idioms I used along with examples. Putting the cart before the horse means doing things in the wrong order. Example, planning the vacation before getting approval for leave is like putting the cart before the horse. Crossing bridges before I come to them means worrying about problems before they happen. Example, worrying about job cuts before any announcements is like crossing bridges before you come to them. Spent a small fortune means spending a lot of money. Example, he spent a small fortune on his new car, but he thinks it was worth it. Clutching at straws means trying unlikely solutions when in desperate situations. Example, believing that a lucky charm will fix all your problems is just clutching at straws. Keep your feet on the ground means to stay practical and realistic. Example, even though she's very successful, she always keeps her feet on the ground. Take the bull by the horns means to confront a problem directly. Example, when faced with a challenging project, he took the bull by the horns and tackled it head on. Bet the farm means to risk everything on a single venture. Example, investing all his savings in one stock is like betting the farm. Roll up my sleeves means to prepare to work hard. Example, we have a lot to do today, so let's roll up our sleeves and get started. Life's twists and turns refers to the unexpected changes and events that happen in life. Example, despite life's twists and turns, he remained focused on his goals. Masters of our own destiny means being in control of our own fate. Example, by making smart decisions and working hard, we can be the masters of our own destiny. I hope these examples help clarify the idioms.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you. I'm glad you found it helpful. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask.
What are the homonyms?
Homonyms are words that sound alike but have different meanings. They can be spelled the same, like bat meaning the animal and bat meaning a piece of sports equipment, or spelled differently, like bear and bear. They can make language fun and interesting, but sometimes confusing too. Do you have any specific homonyms in mind that you're curious about?
Fortune.
Fortune is a good example of a homonym because it can have different meanings based on context. One meaning of fortune is wealth or a large amount of money, as in, he made a fortune in the stock market. Another meaning is fate or destiny, as in, she went to the fortune teller to learn about her future. So the word fortune can refer to both financial wealth and one's fate or luck. Do you have any other words you'd like to explore?
Give me some most used homonyms example.
Sure, here are some commonly used homonyms. One bat, a flying mammal. A bat flew out of the cave. A piece of sports equipment. He hit the ball with the bat. Two bark, the sound a dog makes. The dog's bark was loud. The outer covering of a tree. The bark of the tree was rough. Three bank, a financial institution. She deposited money in the bank. The side of a river. They had a picnic on the river bank. Four date, a fruit. She enjoyed eating a sweet date. A social or romantic appointment. They went on a date to the movies. A calendar day. The date for the meeting is set. 5 fair. An event with rides and games. They went to the county fair. Just or equitable. She made a fair decision. 6th. To guide, she will lead the team to victory. A type of metal. The pipes were made of lead. Tear rip. Be careful not to tear the paper. A drop of liquid from the eye. A tear rolled down her cheek. 8. Left, direction opposite of right. Turn left at the next intersection. Past tense of leave. He left